Today, we're heading to a single rugged island in the Philippines. It's a place that holds the entire fate of a truly one-of-a-kind creature, the tiny titan.
That really paints a picture, doesn't it? It makes you think of something huge, something ancient. It's the perfect setup for a story about survival against all odds. But, well, this titan isn't quite what you might be imagining. And there it is, the tamaro. A bit of a surprise, right? Standing less than 3 feet tall at the shoulder, this is the dwarf buffalo of Mindoro. It's a creature so unique, you literally can't find it anywhere else on Earth. And as we're about to see, this tiny titan is locked in a desperate fight for its very existence. So what exactly is a tamara? To really get why its fight for survival is so important, we gotta understand the animal itself. And trust me, this is not just a small water buffalo. It's something else entirely.
Sometimes the best way to understand something is to look at what it isn't. So on one side, you've got the common domestic carabao. They're social, pretty docile, a friend to farmers. But the tamaro? It's the complete opposite. It's hairier, it's got a lighter colored face, and here's the kicker. It's fiercely solitary. This is no friendly herd animal.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Just look at those horns. They grow in this super distinct V shape. They're short, they're thick, and totally different from the big sweeping horns you see on other buffalo. You combine that with a highly aggressive, territorial nature, and you get why people call it a solitary warrior. This little guy is the master of its domain. But, being a warrior isn't enough to protect you from a threat you can't even see. About a century ago, the tamaro's story took a really tragic turn, and it led to a collapse that was, it was almost absolute. Just try to picture it. 10,000 of these unique animals roaming all across the island of Mindoro, from the beaches all the way up to the mountain peaks. They weren't just surviving, they were thriving. So what on earth happened? This timeline lays out the whole catastrophe. Back in the 1930s, cattle ranching brought this deadly disease called rinderpest to the island. The tamaro had zero immunity, and the disease just ripped through the population like a wildfire. I mean, just let that sink in. From 10,000 all the way down to fewer than 100 in just a few decades. The collapse was so fast and so incredibly devastating. The species was pushed right to the very, very edge of extinction. And it's not like the pressure stopped there. The few that survived were forced up into these small, isolated mountain pockets. And now they face this constant trio of modern threats. Their homes are shrinking, poachers are always a danger, and the risk of another disease outbreak is always just lingering. But okay, this isn't just a story of loss. It's also a story of incredible hope and dedication. Because on the front lines of this battle, there's a group of people who are putting everything on the line to save the tamaro. Every single day, these rangers are out there, heading into the super rugged terrain of the park. And this isn't just a 9-to-5 job for them, it's a mission. The source material puts it beautifully. It calls their work a love letter to their natural heritage, and you can really see why. And here's the coolest part, they aren't alone. Their work is powered by this amazing Filipino concept, bayanihan. It's this idea of the whole community coming together for a common goal. You've got indigenous tribes like the Taubid who share this land working right alongside conservationists. They even use their own laws to create no hunting zones. It's such a powerful alliance. For years, it really looked like this alliance was slowly winning. The population numbers were thought to be stabilizing, maybe even climbing a little. But recently, science has revealed a twist in the tale, a hidden crisis that makes this whole fight even more urgent. So for a long time, the number everyone was working with was around 450. 400, 500 tamara. That was the figure that gave everyone hope, right? A sign that all the hard work was actually paying off. But then, a more rigorous analysis in 2023 painted a much, much starker picture. The real number? It's likely closer to 200. That's nearly half of what we thought. The takeaway here is absolutely crucial. The situation is way more precarious than we realized.
And a big reason why comes down to this number. The Philippines faces a massive 19 billion peso funding gap every year for biodiversity conservation. For the tamaro, that means there just aren't enough resources to properly manage their habitat. It's becoming overgrown and too dense, which keeps them from spreading out and, making more tamaro.
So all of this brings us to the final critical part of our story. With numbers so much lower than we thought, and resources stretched so thin, we really have to ask ourselves, what is truly at stake here?
It's a fair question, right? In a world with so many huge problems, why pour so much energy into this one small, pretty aggressive buffalo on one single island?
Well, here's why it matters so much. The tamaraw is way more than just an animal. It's a living symbol of Filipino national pride, a testament to the wild, incredible biodiversity of the islands. And maybe even more importantly, it's an indicator species. When the tamaraw is thriving, it's a sign that its entire mountain ecosystem is healthy.
Look, the story of the tiny titan isn't over yet. The rangers, the scientists, the local communities, they are all still in the fight. But that clock is ticking, and it's ticking louder than ever. This new data is a serious wake-up call. So the question isn't just for them, it's really for all of us. With everything we know now, can we win this race against time?